right into what we have for tonight. Like I said earlier, it's about something that, touches every family, every home, and every child growing up in this country. Now, let me even ask you, how were you raised? Yeah, you're listening to me right now. How were you raised? Were you raised with the, let me put in quotes, koboko? We know that thing now, that long, kind of brownish stuff. Were you raised with strict discipline? Or are you part of this modern generation where children are allowed to speak their mind so freely? How were you raised? And so this led me to ask and to bring to you tonight parenting styles, the African parenting style versus the modern freedom parenting style. Which one truly shapes the children better? And in the African homes, especially here in Nigeria, the belief has always been spare the rod and spoil the child. Many of us grew up with strong discipline. Parents didn't play at all. It was always so, I don't want to use the word toxic, right? But you understand the feeling at home then, back in the days. And if we're actually being real with each other, many of us listening right now grew up in homes where the cane was always close by. The traditional African homes, parenting was a serious business. You misbehave, you receive. Children were taught how to be respectful, obedient, discipline. But sometimes all of this was through fear. They imbibed in us, obedience, respect, all of those values through fear. And like I said earlier, of course, an example is, imagine your mom sent you on an errand back in the days and you come home late. You are in soup. In fact, you yourself, you would have been crying right from the road before you get to your house. Or they told you to go and grind pepper, the pepper poured on the floor. You are in soup, you're in trouble. You know that. Children were expected back in the days to be seen and not heard. You dare not talk while your parents are talking. You dare not. In fact, some families were extreme. They are so extreme to the extent that when the parents, either of the parents, father, mother, when one is talking, you put your face down. You dare not look into their eyeballs. You dare not. It was that serious, that extreme. And like I said, respect wasn't an option. You have no option. It was demanded. You like it, you don't like it, you have to give respect. And like if you now even say, okay, let me unconsciously, consciously, intentionally, not intentionally, you're rude to an elder, you insult an elderly person. In fact, your neighbors will teach you, will correct you, will beat you outside, and your parents will do nothing about it. Your parents will even support them. And so parenting then was serious. And you see quite a number of people saying now that, yes, strictness shaped me into who I am today. They were strict with me. That's why I have this. So that's why I can do this now. That's why I can fight for this and all of that. You hear a lot of statements. But think about the generation of our fathers and our mothers. Most of them grew up in homes, in strict homes. Yet they carry values of respect, obedience, honesty, responsibility, hard work. You can see that in them. Many of them may not be rich. Many may not be rich, but they had that one thing called character. They had it. But the question now is, which way is better? Because if I'm being honest with you, many of us don't that well because of strict upbringing, as many would say, we learned respect. We feared misbehaving at home. But there's another side to this same story. Those that were brought up with fear, even if they have all of those values, the character, some grew up with scars. Some children were beaten into silence. Emotional scars from too much beating, too much yelling, too much shouting. Fear is already in most of these children. And now they've grown into adults we see in the society today who can't even express themselves, who fears authority, who can't take their stance, who can fight for what is right. We see that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, fast forward. That's for the street African, parenting style, right? Now, fast forward to today's society. Look at today's generation. Parenting is shifting. Modern parenting will tell you, don't shout at the child, don't flog the child. Even the government, as ban teachers beating students in schools. They tell them, let the children express themselves. You see children calling their parents by their first name. A 10-year-old child is telling his dad that, Mom, Dad, I don't think I can do this now. I don't want to do this right now. I'm busy. Mom, don't disturb me. When I have time, I'll do it. Mom, why are you calling me? You hear a lot of things. You see these things that I'm talking about. Now, how does that sound? It sounds good, right? Does it? In fact, some people say that this style, makes children more confident, more outspoken, and it makes them better prepared for a changing world. That is what it looks like. That is what I say. But let's ask ourselves, between you and I, has this style not open the door for indiscipline? Like the other side is clear too, of course. Because in Nigeria today, we see young people, youth. We see people who cannot take correction. They don't like to be corrected. We see students talking back at their teachers in schools. We see employees who cannot submit to authority. We see children even raising their hands to their parent. Is this freedom? Are we supposed to call this freedom? Or is it a weakness in parenting? And one thing? The reason why this is an issue is because parenting is not even just personal. It is not. It is not personal. It is a societal issue. When parents are too strict, children grow up fearful, they grow up timid, they are unable to speak for themselves, even against injustice. Imagine a child who grew up at home and always being shut down. You cannot talk. There is fear in you. Tomorrow, that same person, that same child that has grown to be an adult will not be able to challenge corruption at work, will not be able to stand for what is right, will not be able to speak up in public. And on the other hand, when parenting is too free, children will grow without boundaries. And what do you see in the society? You see drug abuse, internet fraud, cultism, a whole lot more I don't even want to go into. Many of these young people will say their parents allowed them to be free. That is what we see in the society. We see corruption, you see entitlement, we see leaders who cannot be corrected, leaders who cannot take responsibility. But we also see followers who are too scared, too afraid to speak. They are not just random behaviors. These are not just random behaviors. They started from the home, from the way they were trained at home, from the parenting style. So you see, this is not just a family matter. It is a Nigerian matter. It is a you and I matter. The leaders we complain about today, the youth we worry about, that neighbor you live with, all of them were once children under somebody's parenting style. Strict or free, whichever way, the result shows up in the society. So which way, Nigeria? I've come to ask one question. Which way? Should we still hold on to the strict African parenting style, or should we adopt the modern parenting style of freedom, where your children are allowed to do whatsoever they want to do? But remember, whichever one you are for, you want to talk for, remember that the present parents we have in the society today, the present parents we see today, is a result of the past parenting style. And the future of this country will also be determined by the present parenting style. So which way exactly? I want to hear from you. Definitely, we're going to have the conversation together. It's going to be interactive. Fathers, mothers, every person, how were you raised? Were you raised in the strict way, or were you raised in the modern freedom way? And I want to ask you, did it help you? What exactly has it done to you? Did it hurt you? Did it build you to be the person you are today? What exactly can you say about all of this? And even looking at the society we are in today, which style do you think Nigeria needs more? Of course, like I said, it's going to be conversation. And yes, you can reach us at 0700 903 903 903, or you want to call 080 36 929933. And yes, you can send us your opinion, your thoughts on the WhatsApp, the studio WhatsApp line, that is 0817 175 6338. Remember that you can now even join me live on YouTube at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can go there to share your thoughts. And yes, we'll dive into that in a moment. But first, let's set the mood with, of course, the track by Sonny Okoso titled Which Way Nigeria. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back.
To go. I love my fatherland. Oh yeah, I want to know. Yes, I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. Oh yeah, I want to know. I want to know which way Nigeria. Many years after independence, we still find it hard to start. How long shall we be patient before we reach the promised land? Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die. Which way Nigeria? Which way? Which way Nigeria? Tell me which way to go. I love my fatherland. Oh yeah. I want to know. Yes, government. We know everything that goes wrong because we are part of the government. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die. Which way Nigeria? Which way? Which way Nigeria? Tell me which way to go. Which way to go? I love my fatherland. Oh yeah. I want to know. Want to know. Which way Nigeria is heading to. Inefficiency and indiscipline is ruining the country now. Corruption here, there and everywhere. Inflation is soaring high. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die.
Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go?
Which way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh, sure, sure.
I want to know.
Yes, I want to know.
Which way Nigeria is heading to?
We made mistakes during the oil boom, not knowing that was our doom. Some people now have everything, while many, many have nothing. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't fall.
Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go?
Which way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh yeah,
I want to know.
yes I want to know.
Which way Nigeria is heading to?
Green revolution is a reality. Let's give it a chance to grow. Let's join our hands to farm the land so we can have enough food to show. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die.
Which way Nigeria?
Which
way Nigeria? Which way to go?
way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh sure,
I want to know.
yes I want to know.
Which way Nigeria?
Which way?
Heading to?
Our ambition to be millionaires is running the country down. We all want to be millionaires and to live in the air. Oh, let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die.
Which way Nigeria?
Which
way Nigeria? Which way to go?
way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh yeah,
I want to know.
yes we want to know.
Which way Nigeria is heading to?
Remember that a simple step is the beginning of a million miles. Let's start right now to repeat ourselves so as to make the country smile. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't die.
Which way Nigeria?
Which
way Nigeria?
Which way?
Which way to go?
written in the book of God, the good people we shall find their ways, and the meek will inherit the world. Let's save Nigeria, so Nigeria won't fall.
Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way to go?
Which way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh yes,
I want to know.
we want to know.
Which way Nigeria is heading to? Which way Nigeria?
Which
way Nigeria? Which way to go?
way to go?
I love my fatherland.
Oh yeah,
I want to know.
yes I want to know.
Which way Nigeria is heading to?
One more time.
Which way Nigeria is heading to?
Let's save Nigeria.
Which way Nigeria
Which way? Which way?
heading to?
Which way, Nigeria?
Which way Nigeria is heading to? Which way Nigeria is heading to?
One more time.
Which way Nigeria
Is heading. Yes, welcome back from that music break. Sonny Okosu track titled Which Way Nigeria keeps making us ask that one hard question: which way? Where's the way to go, Nigeria? Are we going to keep going like this and there's no how you listen to that song and you won't just think that where exactly are we going to? And yes, from the studios a Voice of the People 90.3 FM, it's exactly 10 o'clock. If you're just joining us, you're just tuning in. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and you're still listening to our Tuesday edition of the Unspoken Truth titled Which Way Nigeria. My name is Deollaa and I'm your radio nighttime partner. And well, you know how we do it here every Tuesdays. We pull back on the curtain on the issues many people avoid. Many people don't like to talk about it, but we talk about it here. And you know, the matters that are quietly shaping us as Nigerians, shaping our society. And we come to ask every Tuesdays that which way Nigeria. And just in case you're just tuning in, we've been talking about the strict African parenting style and compared to the modern freedom parenting style, and we asked which one is truly raising better children, which one is raising leaders of tomorrow that is going to stand up for justice, which one is better suitable for the kind of society we live in today. And I've said a whole lot. But think about this. A man that has never questioned his father his entire life, right from when he was a kid, today, don't you think that person is going to struggle to speak even when he's being cheated? We see a lot of scenes, a lot of scenarios, a lot of things happen, and then when these things happen, it takes me back to how it has been from the home that person is coming from. Because of course, you also meet young people who grew up with too much freedom, and now they even reject every form of authority. You can see that in them. You see these things, like it's just like when they say when people see you, there's a way they say that when people see you, they can actually tell your type of person, how you do things and all of that. It started from the home that person came from. And so if we're talking about parenting style, we're not trying to say that one is entirely bad or the other one is entirely good, but we're just trying to ask one question: that where is the balance? Which one is suitable to raise better Nigerians that is going to be able to take responsibility, stand for what is true, stand for justice, take action, not neglecting duties. So where is the balance? Because at the end of the whole structure will definitely collapse, and you will now see the cracks. You will see the cracks, those holes, loopholes. You will see it in the society. It will bounce back on us. The society bears the brunt of a failed parenting. So I've come to ask: strict African parenting style versus the modern freedom parenting style, which one is truly raising better children, better leaders of tomorrow? Were you raised in the strict African way or the modernized way, where you have the liberty to do anything you want to do and nobody's going to question you, nobody's going to hold you for it? Did it help you? Or do you think no, it didn't help you, it didn't do much to you, you even feel like it's bad? I want to know, because like I said, the issue now is either ways we are seeing the results in the society, in our society. You see young people that tells the parents doesn't even have their time, and they are free to do whatever they like. You see them going in groups, taking drugs, doing this one, doing that one, engaging in things that are not appropriate, all because there is too much freedom. And even the other one, you see that adults now just prefer to let me just do my work and go home. Let me just do this one and leave the rest. I don't want to put my hand down. Too scared to say the truth. Too scared to stand for what is right. So looking at the society today, which style do you think Nigeria needs more to produce better leaders in the future? Now is the time. I don't want to beat around the bush. Now is the time. Like I said, it's of course it's a conversation for you and I. We need to talk about it, but I want to hear from, because I've done my talking, right? So it's time to hear from you. I can see some people have been calling since, and yes, we are going to get into it right now. Which parenting style is producing better Nigerians, better leaders of tomorrow? As you're listening, wherever you are, you're asking, how do I be a part of the show? The numbers to call are 0700 903 903 903 or 08036 929933. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp. The number is 0817 175 6338. Remember that you can as well join me live right now on YouTube. Just search for Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I want to hear from you right after this break. My name is Deollaa, and you're listening to Which Way Nigeria on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Stay with us. And yes, welcome back. You're still tuned into the Tuesday Which Way Nigeria edition of the Unspoken Truth right here at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And you already know the voice you're listening to is the voice of Deollaa, your radio nighttime partner. And I said that, after the break, I want to come to the court of public opinion, because I really need to hear your thoughts on this particular issue. It has made a lot of adults turn this, and it has also led another set of adults into something I don't want to go into. And yeah, I just want to hear your views on what we're talking about tonight. And I already said that okay, for the sake of this, I might just be coming in. We're talking about the street African parenting style versus the modern freedom parenting style. Which one is truly raising better children, better leaders of tomorrow? And we just want to know, because of course both has its pros and cons. Like, it has the advantages and disadvantages, but we just want to know. I really want to know, right? I don't know how to say this, but it's time to come to the court of public opinion to hear from you. And the show is not complete without you, so your voice is very, very much vital. Have you actually experienced what I'm talking about? Did you grow up as a child who was like raised in the strict way? Did you grow up as a child who was raised, who was given the liberty to do whatever you want to do? Did it help you or did it hurt you? How did it affect your person? How did it affect you as an individual? How did it groom you to be who you are today? And even looking at the society we are in today, which style do you actually think is suitable? Which style do you think Nigeria needs more? Yes, the studio lines are now open. 0700 903 903 903 08036 99933. Remember to drop your thoughts, your opinion via the studio WhatsApp portal 0817 175 6338, or you can send your thoughts on the YouTube platform. Just search for Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's talk about this. We need to talk about it. It has to be interactive. All right. Remember to tell me your name and where you're
Hello, my
from.
sister.
Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, it's Obina calling from a cartoon.
Welcome to the program, Obina. Good to have you join me.
Yeah. We can't give what we not have, first of all. So, for what is going on in my own country, Nigeria, today,
Okay.
I will prefer what is going on over there.
Back in the
See,
days.
that young boy like 30 years can say no to old man that is doing wrong things.
Hmm.
So here in our nation, they will say, leave him, he's an elderly man. Why will a small boy like you telling old man to stop what he's doing? But what his old man is doing is wrong. So that's where we are getting it wrong here.
Okay.
So, and the way that they treat women in Africa also bad. Over there is not so. And then they are moving on. They are doing well. We are going there to borrow money.
Okay.
So there is a lot to do in our own country, Nigeria, today. All those African mentalities not helping us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. But if I got him correctly, I think he's trying to say we should adjust to the kind of mentality, the ideology we already have, and that is still in existence as Africans. Okay, let's hear some other opinions. Hello.
Hey, Deollaa.
Hi, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you clearly. Good evening to you. Okay, if you can hear me, do well, try to reconnect, and so we can get to you clearly. I think it might be a bit of network issues, but just try to reach us back. Hello.
Hello, Deollaa.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening to you.
Hello, Deollaa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, good evening to you.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Okay, how was your day now, your weekend? Hope it went well.
Yeah, it went well, very well. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, you could just rub down your eyeglass, so.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, you're welcome tonight. This children are calling from my godfather last week.
All right, welcome.
I greet all the family members. Okay, you see, first of all, I will say if parents of nowadays
Okay.
use the same hand that they use and train them those days,
Mm-hmm.
I think 100% sure that so many things that is going on right now will less. You understand what I'm saying? Because youth of these days, I don't even know what they are turning into. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are turning. They have turned themselves to. I don't even know what to call them. So you see, some parents of nowadays have failed to train their children, their kids. And you know, when you fail to train your child when he's little, when he grow up to become a man or become younger, he will be giving you headache. You understand? I pity some people that when a child is little, when he does something, leave him na pikin or na child, but he will use that hand and grow. You understand? Even baby that suck breast know that when he bite you, when he spank that child, he know that what he or she did is wrong.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that child will not bite you again. But if you keep laughing over it, the baby will keep doing that. You understand? So parents of nowadays, they have failed because so many things are going on now that I cannot even know how to explain. Is it youth that is killing themselves with all sorts of things that they smoke?
We still talked about it in one of the programs. Drug
30
abuse.
minutes 30 minutes madness. So what as in, so for me, I prefer those days. You understand? And it really helped me a lot. I don't know for that. For me, so for me, and the kind of mother that I have, it dare not misbehave when she's around. You understand? And so even if you do something like this, she will not beat you that moment too. She will cook food and give you. It's now around that kind of 1, 2, 3. Your body go tell you. She will use skin and design your body. By that time, she not even talk to you. She will just do as if she did not.
Nothing
you did
is
not do
wrong.
anything. But once she will cook food and give you, bet you, do everything. Is now when around that kind 1, 2, 3, they will wake you up with cane. You self, you'll be thinking, what did I do this by this kind of time that this woman this woman is beating me? You self, you'll have even forgotten that, oh, you did
You
something.
did something wrong.
You understand? So I feel that some parents of nowadays, all these Jay-Z, mother Jay-Z's, and they don't want to hear. They'll tell you, leave them to explore. Or back then, maybe your mother will cook food. You tell your mommy, I don't want to eat this food. You just
Yeah.
have two options. You have two options. Either you eat the food or you go to bed without eating anything. You understand?
Yeah.
Either you eat the food or you go to bed without eating anything. They will cook food, finish. You tell them, I don't want to eat this thing. They will not even answer you. They will, in front of you, they will finish the food. They will not even answer. Or is it nowadays? If you cook this for your baby, I want to eat indomie. I want to eat, and that thing they pay me like as in if they pay me seriously. A mother will suffer and cook food. The child will be selecting what to eat.
So
Then
you
who
think that's
give?
bad?
Yes, now it's very me. I don't like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So tomorrow, even if I'm raising my own kids, yes, I give them, yes, I give them whatever I have. They should appreciate it. You understand? Whatever I put on that table, you should eat it. You understand? If you are not eating it, you go to bed and go and sleep. Yes. Because as in the thing is becoming alarming. Okay, just think if the mother did not have or the parents did not have that money at that point, they will start running up and down. My child say he will not eat this thing. Why? Why? Because it's the hand that you give them from start. If you do not give them that hand, they will not use it to grow.
Exactly.
But it's the hand that you give them.
Okay, thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So for me, all those selecting, so many things are going on wrong. So many things. So if parents will eventually use the hand that they use and train them, then back then, some of their children now will not be misbehaving. Yes, because they know the hand that they use and train them. If they use the same hand and hold their keys, I say, even not back then, not bad things are not happening. No. You understand? But it's limited at this one now. No fear, nothing. Even then, you will still do something. People outside will correct you, and you even be the one begging them not to let your parents know.
Well, thank
You understand?
Yeah.
So, but now if you be there, your dependent, why did you beat my child? Or even school says so many things are going on. Which one will you talk? Which one will you? Yes, which one will you talk? Which one will you leave? So my sister is so alarming. You understand? And it pains me when I see some children, as in some youth, most especially youth, misbehaving. It really pains me because their parents have failed woefully. They are not even deserve to be called a parent if you cannot train your child.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chidera. Thank you. Well, Chidera said a whole lot, analyzing everything. In fact, there were a lot of things she said that are true, talking about parents giving the children options of what to eat. All of everything she said, we know about it, we see it, and like I've been saying on the show, this comes back to the society. The society is the person. I'm going to put it as person. We are the ones that bears the brunt of whatsoever has happened, whatsoever has failed in the family, in the home that person is coming from. If you're trained right, the society will feel it, and if you're trained, in the wrong way, the society will feel it, and by extension, it affects us as Nigerians. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Auntie Deollaa.
Good evening to you.
My name is Aisha. I'm calling from Songo.
Welcome, Aisha. It's good to have you join me tonight.
Yes. I support street African parenting style.
Okay, why?
Yes. Let me just tell you about my mom.
Okay,
Whenever
thank you.
we went out with my mom, if the person about anything, we first look into our mom's eyes, then she will show us sign whether we have to eat it or not.
Okay.
So I don't want to know the kind of thing you give to us. If our mother shows us the sign that we should not eat it, we will never eat it. I don't want to know the kind of thing that you give to us.
Okay.
And she always told us that she always beats me when I did bad things. She beats me. And she always advised me as well. She always told me that no matter what condition you are, be satisfied with whatever you have. And I dissatisfied with whatever. She beats me very well. Despite the fact she always beats me, I still love Amanda.
Oh my, Aishat, you're just a little faster than I am. I was going to ask after, I didn't want to cut you short. Are you there?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to derive a point from everything you're saying. I was going to ask you that whenever you do something wrong and you're corrected for it by being flogged, do you believe, do you always think that your mom loves you? And you just even said it faster than I am. You just said it, that she loves you and you love her too, right? Despite being corrected, you love taking to correction.
Yes. It's just about balancing. People need to balance. It's not that you should be flogging your child every time. There's a time you need to call your child and explain or advise him or her. Yes, that's just what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Aishat.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good night. Can I pinpoint something from what Aisha said? After giving us her experience of how she's trained at home, she mentioned that it's just about balancing, because some people might be getting it wrong that are you not telling us that we should be flogging our children? That's not what I'm saying. No, but there are times where children needs to be corrected. Yes, there are times that warrants for you to correct your child. And when you are correcting your child, even the Bible tells us that you correct your child with love. You do that with love, of course. It doesn't mean you should now give them marks, do this one. No. In fact, like she said, just find a way to balance it. You're the parent now. Okay, let's hear what people have to say. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, I actually want to key into this discussion.
All right, thank you so much. Can you tell me your name and where you're calling from, please?
My name is Adams. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah. You see, a lot of the society we are today is a product of the home we are coming from.
Exactly.
Yes, the society we are today is get back to the home individual is coming from. You see, the level at which you were brought up in the early 70s, 80s, it was okay, but it was too stiff. Whatever we are doing, the sound of the daddy's car, in fact, everybody will melt. Everybody will melt to be who he or she is, because you never misbehave, and parents don't talk those days, and you interfere. You never talk until you are invited to talk. So these are I see those days, though we were enjoying it, we were enjoying it, but then it was too stiff. But today parenting cannot be compared to that parenting of those days, because those are days that when they watch a child, when the parent is sitting down, even if the child climbs up, what he sees, the child cannot see it. The parent that is sitting down, when the child climbs up, he cannot see what the parent that is sitting down is saying.
Yes.
Those ideas does not work with this present day reality. That is the truth. Yes, because one thing we parents are getting wrong is that the children we are bringing up, they take more of our behavior to the society than what they are learning in the four corner of the classroom. They take more of the children's behavior to the society.
Yes.
If you see a child violent outside, go back to the parent. You find out that he has a domestic violent family brought up. If a child is brought up in an atmosphere where there is love and everything about the house is love, that child will also go out to the society and display that thing he or she has learned from the house. Let me tell you something. Let me draw your mind to something that happened in my house some previous
Thank you.
some years back. I was coming back with the mom. We went out. We were coming back. When we were entering the house was dark. I called my boy. I said, "Come. Why come? How come the light? There's no light in the house, and you are comfortable sitting in the darkness?" He said that when he was jumping from the sofa, from the washing machine to the sofa, that his leg mistakenly hit a glass cup and he fell and got broken. That if he decide to turn on the inverter, probably the time we are walking into the house, there might be a exciting program he's watching and he's being excited over it. Indirectly has defeated the fact that he has done something wrong and he has to show the remorse that he has actually done something wrong. And that was the reason he did not on the inverter for him to watch program while we were away. Yeah. Now, if as a parent, should I pick that boy? Should I? The answer is no, because he has already shown the remote that this thing he did was actually wrong, and he decided to punish himself by not owning the light.
Okay.
But some parents, despite that boy has displayed, that child has displayed, some parents will still go ahead to flog that child. That is one. Two, there are this way of with my child tells lies. You taught that child how to tell lies, because that child, he has confided in you. Come, who did this? Oh, daddy, I did it. Oh, you did it? Then you go and bring out a long cane. That is the time you want to flog that child mercilessly. Tomorrow, if such thing come up again, that child will tell you, daddy, it wasn't me. Oh, the other one will say it wasn't me. It will be turning around like that, because there's nobody to hold on to it. So parents, we need to look backward to look at these children we give birth to. There should be way of balancing things. If we go back to those days where parents, when you hear the sound of your parent coming, in fact you melt. You pretend to be sleeping, sir. You pretend to be sleeping. It's as bad as that. There was no synergy between the parents and the kids. There was no synergy. You may know you have parents, you have a mother, you have a dad, they provide food for you, they provide shelter, they provide you clothes, send you to school. But there was no synergy, there was no compatibility between the parents and the kids.
Children.
Yes, but today we have children who are like, my kids are like friends, they are my friends. I discuss with them, they are free to tell me anything. When we come back home, is there anything to talk about? Oh, we talk about it. Everybody, if there's what to ship in one or two things, we ship in, everybody's happy. And life goes on. And that does not make them a bad kid. So parents should be able to draw a balance.
Because
if you have a kid, go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you already said it. I wanted to say, because you have a way of balancing it, that's why those kids won't end up misbehaving outside. Are you there? Oh, I'm sorry, he left us. Well, thank you so much. He mentioned a whole lot. Thank you so much for your opinion. And like he said, those times things were very, very serious. I said it, that parenting in the olden days was a serious business. Like, you dare not do this, they tell you to do this, you dare not go otherwise. It was very, very strict. You have no option, you have to do what you're told to do, and that's how it has always been. But he is like, you should find a way to balance it. That a child that is being remorseful already, are you supposed to still flog the child or do this or do that way? We have our views and opinions to things. Okay, let me take this very one. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Stanley.
Welcome, Stanley.
All right. The word I want to chip in this discussion here is, I think the white men have their own way of balancing things. Like, for example, most times you see where a mother will have, or either a child will make wrongs. Instead of the mother to stand with the father to scold the child, the mother will take the child and would want to stand like what will I say,
Like a cover, a
an
shield.
eagle defending the child not to be beaten.
Hmm.
But when you watch a white man's way of life, the way they do things, because I can remember when I was still growing up in school days,
Okay.
whenever I'm being reported by my teacher, there is this tendency of my father carrying me back to the
To the
school.
teacher.
And he will find out the disciplinarian in that school. And they will hold my two hands and my two legs and flog me. I don't think you understand.
Yeah, I do.
One thing about this thing, most times you see that if a child is wrong, instead of the father and the mother to scold that child, mother will side the child and kick against the father. Father will side the child and kick against the mother. Then you don't expect the child, whenever he goes outside, he won't dance in the form of I have a backing. Instead of the child either apologizing of the wrong which he has done outside, he will come back confidently, believing that there's somebody that's going to back him or her up. I don't think you understand.
Yeah, I do. I'm with
So
you.
white men have their own way of scolding their own child. Though in our own time, there are a lot of let me say, children have gone through the level of social medias and some other things which they've learned from people outside. That you don't just insult them. Whenever you insult them, they return it. Most times on these social networks, you see them learning some things which are not even needful. They give out bad signs. They see where young boys, maybe in movies, young boys beating an elderly man. They will want to demonstrate that same thing. But in those days, those knowledge weren't so. They're like, you are not, there's a religion that they are being taught not to go through this social media thing. Any little thing, they are always in one corner. When a woman is about to stand, she likely might even take permission from the husband. I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
But if that woman should go into the social, this particular era we are in, she will want to pick up the knowledge that, come on, man, why will I be kept at this corner? So those days, there are a lot of things that never spoilt them. You understand? Technology actually has also likewise impacted into some children that they will want to demonstrate things which they've seen. I've seen a child who actually did a smackdown on a younger brother, and the brother died.
Hi.
I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
These are things which they've learned from just social media. The last man spoke facts, but there are some things also likewise that they've learned from even inside their home, apart from their parents. Because you see some children whereby they have good parents, they don't like those negative things. But when they are being given those access to those things that are not for kids, they learn those things, and they will want to, right inside their head, they will be planning, thinking if they are to do it. Whenever they see their parents, they will hide it. Until it becomes the lifestyle of them. Maybe like you see some people, like back then in school, I'll have to be sincere, I never loved smoking.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But when I saw friends that in the name of smoking, ask most smokers, they joined that thing because they saw people carrying the stick. There is nothing, there is no benefit in that thing, but they just felt that they saw people taking that thing. That's how they became smokers. I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
Ask them what are the benefits. They don't have any benefits. So most times it is what the eye sees. It is not what they've learned. It is not what they've experienced. It is what they see around them. Those days, it was hidden from them. I mean, our father's days, it was hidden from them. That they are always at one corner. You don't even send a message. How do you send it? The first message I sent to a girl was through letter. Like, how I love you. I had to send a letter. Just send the letter to her brother. The brother gave the sister. And I was tipping the brother. You understand? Yeah. But in this our own time, it is just through, there's this fast medium of interacting, showing some negative things to the girl child. And the girl child will start to, either maybe sometimes you hear some boys telling them, why is your mommy maltreating you now? Come on, man. How wish you're with me? I will take care of you. And the child will start to stand against the mother. I've seen a girl who stood against the father and killed the father. Just because of the boy told her, imagine. You have to push yourself out of this man's life.
Imagine.
And he killed the father, and she killed the father, and the father died until she was being arrested. And she started exposing the whole thing, saying, and you read the chat from the guy. The guy was giving her hope. You understand? Yeah, so I see these things as there are diverse ways to point out this bad parenting, because No matter how a child that is stubborn is stubborn, no matter how you want to train the child. Check in every family, there's always a Judas. Give birth to 6. The 6 cannot be the same.
So for you, there's no better way.
Sorry?
I said for you, there is no better way to it.
For me, I believe in spiritual things. If you permit me, I believe in spiritual things. The better way to follow up a child is always pass love towards that child. Even if the child is wrong, still give that child with wrong vibes. I mean, a love vibe. Give the child a love vibe that your mother loves you, your father loves you. Whatever thing you do, just have those things in your head.
Okay.
That word alone hurts. That word alone keeps them cold. I don't think you understand.
I do.
That even if they make that wrong, it will still ring in their heart that yes, I have done the worst thing ever in my life.
Okay.
But when you give them, there is this tendency of you rebuking a child. It is sure when the child is wrong, you just let the child know. But when you rebuke the child, that is why it is beautiful for every woman to have a man. So I feel for some women who don't have a man, but it is good to have a man because women are too soft. No matter how it is like, whenever a child is wrong, they will beat the child and then they will start to buy biscuits for the child. But father will beat the child. Before the father will buy a biscuit for that child, he will make sure that the child brings out that tears completely and let that child cry and sleep and wake up before he buys the biscuit. I don't think you understand. Yeah. Mothers will buy the biscuit even when the child is still crying. You see the difference there.
But we have some women that, you know, I understand what you're trying to say, but we have women who are also straight. You understand?
Yeah, but if you check the numbers of women who are strict, you barely see. That is why I said most times when child is wrong, the mother will always want to side the child, even when the child is wrong. The father is ready to scold the child, but the mother will kick against that. I don't understand. Yeah. Majorly, you barely see men who are standing for the child when the child is wrong and the mother is about to beat the child. You barely see.
Oh, thank you.
My days, like, hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, my own days, whenever my mom should tell me, I will tell your father what you want. My dear, I will run straight to the kitchen to join my mother and cook, even if I'm going to cook rubbish. But I'll be washing plates, just to make her smile. Because my father will ask me, I have been with this woman before you came. I can make sure I send you back to where you came from. Because there's this cordians that once they are rebuking me to be like, I have nobody. You know those days they are beating you, be calling mommy you because the father is beating you. When the father is beating you, be calling mommy. When the mommy is beating you, calling father, that you. I don't think you understand. But when the two of them are scolding you, you will only cry and start to realize that you cannot do without them and they are only helping you. But when a father is beating the child and you tell the mother will say, don't mind your father, you see that the child start to grow hate over the father even when the father is doing the right thing.
Well, thank you.
I don't think you understand.
Yeah, I do understand, Stanley.
There will be this separation. The child will love the mother more than the father, and which is shouldn't be so. That's why you see sometimes you see whereby a child will just come back from abroad, or either make things in life. Will start to bless the mother because of one. The mother actually she has not played the part of scolding that child. She's just like a party that we know about. They just want to make you look like you're doing it. They want to even when the person is wrong, they will be pampering you, telling you that you're doing it well. Because of one, they want to get something back from you.
Thank you, Stanley. You said a whole lot. Please let me let you go, okay?
All
right. Thank you so much. You know, Stanley took us entirely to a different angle. You know, he took it from the fact that there are a lot of things that are even affecting these children that we even know. He's speaking it from the point of like an external factor, the advancement in technology, the fact that we now have social media, saying that in the olden days, in the previous times, all of this, you know, were not in existence. Like they were not as effective as it is now. And of course, children open to all of these platforms are likely to cultivate the habits they are seeing, they are already exposed to. And it reminds me one time, talking about cultivation theory, the more you see things, the more you are exposed to things, the more you're likely to practice it. So it feels like when children see most of this attitude, character, probably in movies and the media, they feel that is the right thing to do. But it still went as far as saying that, of course, it still boils down to the family you're coming from, the home you're coming from. And that's why I say whatsoever child you see in the society, of course, hails from a particular home, comes from a particular home. And the attitude you see in him, what he practices outside, is as a result of what he has seen, what he's taught in his house, in his home. And yeah, he also mentioned that it is even beyond the type of parenting style. And I feel like there was one of our callers that mentioned something similar, saying that you have to just correct. There's no how these children won't do something wrong, but you correct with love. You don't have to be too strict rather, and you don't have to be too free with them. Okay, what should I do? We have some messages, but let me do this then. This one is coming from Prince Adilusi, saying, "Good evening, Deollaa. Old parenting style is better than modern parenting style because old one gets discipline, respect, and they're God fearing. But now there is no discipline, no fear of God. That is why this country is like this. May God help us. Amen." And we go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello, Deollaa.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening once more.
Okay.
You see this matter.
Okay, you had to say something. You want to still had something.
Yeah, so
Okay.
because this matter, no be small matter. You see now of these children, in some home, children are not the one making decisions for their parents. Yes,
it is as bad as that.
Yes, they are the one dictating what they will do and what they will not do, and their parents will just laugh over it. You understand? A child that you give birth to, okay, maybe you brought that clothes to wear the child will say, "Mommy, I don't want to wear this one," and you will laugh over it. Ada, go and bring the one that you want to wear. You will not go and bring a bomb short and a crop top for you. Which hand are you giving that child? I feel all these things boils down to parental. Yes, you understand? Those days, if your parents, if they don't give you eyes like this, you don't, as in, you go concentrate by force. They don't even talk much.
You already understand what they're saying.
Yes, with their eyes, once they don't look you, and if you not do what they ask you to do by that time, now your body go tell you. They don't talk too much. You understand? They will communicate with you with their eyes. As in, they will communicate with you. You understand? Or then you go and collect something from somebody and eat. But now, if you tell children not to, they will tell, my mommy said I should not collect something from you. You understand that kind of thing?
Yeah.
So I feel so many things have gone wrong, and what causes it is when they're supposed to train those kids, they are not training them. Yes, that is what is causing it. When they suppose give those children the training that they're supposed to give them, they are not giving it to them. Whenever they do something, they laugh over it. They are children. That is what is killing most parents of these days now.
Okay.
Yes, that is what is killing. And when the child uses that hand to grow up, to collect that character from that child, it takes the grace of God for you to take that character from that child.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I feel you catch them young. Because all those children, what is stick to their brain, as in whatever
it's always difficult for them to change.
Are you getting what I'm saying? But if you install morality in them, as in, yes, tell them this is the way to go. You understand? And back them up with prayers. I feel they will make you proud. You understand? But when you fail to catch them young, and is young state that is the most hardest state to train children. Are you getting what I'm saying? Those starting from 2 years upwards, even from 1 year self. You understand? When a child do something, beat that child, respond that child. Oh, that child will not do that thing again. They understand. Even the one that you carry in your stomach, when you talk to the child, he or she understand when they are in stomach self. Talk less of when they don't come out.
Right.
So yes. So I feel that parents of nowadays, they are the cause of their problem, and when it happens, they will start running in a village. No, not be village people.
So all join by grace of God. Is our nation ready to do put something right, and then everything will work.
Okay.
So some of them are 50, 60, 70s. Then train them with the hard training.
Yeah.
But you see the way they are living, they are training people today. What are they presenting to our children that are watching them, that are mocking them? See the way they are behaving. So many of all those kids, the 20 years that are on the social media, they are not happy the way that they are ruling Nigeria, governors, presidents, senators. So then train them. It's them that refuse to train themselves.
Okay, thank you. So I think what he is trying to say is it's not even about the style, because of course the leaders we have today were trained in the African way, the strict type of way that you dare not do this, but still we still find ourselves in this particular situation. We still find ourselves where we are. So it's more of you balancing the situation. Well, the time to go is now, and can I tell you that this has been the Tuesday edition of the Unspoken Truth. And I must say this, that parenting is not just about raising children, it is about raising a society. That is one thing fathers, mothers need to always put in their mind. Too much strictness, of course, will produces fear. Too much freedom will also produce chaos in the society. But when you balance it, the moment you balance it, you give us confident, respectful, disciplined citizens, leaders of tomorrow. And I've been saying this for some couple of weeks now, that the home is the foundation of the society. The past few weeks, Tuesdays, we've been talking about home being the foundation of the society. And if the foundation shakes, the whole building will definitely feel it. Each and every one of us will definitely feel it. And that's just the truth. So if we get it right from our homes, we'll get it right in Nigeria. Like I said, the society is just a reflection of the homes we build. And so parenting is just like planting. The seed you sow, when you sow this type of seed, either right or wrong, train the child right, train the child in the wrong way. Whatsoever seed you sow in your children today are the fruits you will harvest as a nation tomorrow. And so parents, fathers, mothers listening to my voice right now, we do have a lot more to do to our children, for our children. And tonight's conversation has been so serious. People keep talking about it, giving their views and opinions, and I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who tuned in, who listened quietly in your homes, wherever you are. Those who texted us, so many messages that I can't go through. I'm sorry about that. And those that also called in to share their experiences, their opinions on this particular issue, I want to say thank you for being a part of this space. And I say this, that it is more than a radio show. This is family, and I'm truly grateful for your contribution. And I pray that may God bless our homes, may God bless our children, and may God bless this nation. Amen. Remember, you can share this particular episode with someone who needs to hear it, and you can actually catch the replay. Just go to YouTube and search for Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yes, Lagos, Nigeria. Tomorrow is another day. You want to join me tomorrow at exactly 9:30 p.m. You heard Voice of the People 90.3 FM for our Wednesday relationship talk, and the Guess Who episode of the Unspoken Truth. We'll be diving into relationship discussions. Tomorrow might be a little different. I don't know what's cooking, but it might be different. And yes, you know what we do every Wednesdays on the show? There is usually a segment where we test the waters in your relationship. And I usually say this, I always mention this, that if you know get mind, no body, because that segment is like I said, we test whatever you have with your partner, the person you're seeing, the person you call your boyfriend, the person you call your girlfriend, the person you intend to marry, your fiance, all of them. And how do you do that? How do you be a part of the segment? You send me a name, you send me a message with your name, your partner's name, the phone number, and a little lovey-dovey message you want me to read to them live on the radio. Now, when I call them on the radio, they will have to guess who the sender of that beautiful romantic message is coming from. So it's always spicy on the show, yeah. And of course, I just wanted to just get ready, get your guessful messages ready for me, because tomorrow is going to be amazing. It's going to be a blast. And remember, you're not to tell them to expect a call. It has to come as a surprise to them, so they don't already know that, oh, it's coming from so person. You don't tell them, you don't even give them the littlest hint that someone is going to call them. So it has to come as a surprise. You don't want to miss tomorrow, because of course it's going to be fantastic. Also, remember to follow Voice of the People socials: Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Well, this is the voice of Deollaa, your radio nighttime partner, and I'm saying stay safe, stay well, and stay blessed. Good night. Bye-bye.